Hello everybody and welcome back. So today I just want to do a quick little guide for fire mages since when I made my mage I really didn't know anything about them. All I knew was hey, this is going to be good as fuck. So I decided to play one. So I was just coming back to the game after not playing pretty much at all in WoD apart from getting level 100. So I just want to talk about basic things like artifact traits, artifact paths, talents, your rotation, all that jazz. So let's start off by looking at your artifact trait. Good old Fellow Malorn. If you don't have the hidden skin, you should go get it. It's pretty sick. Okay, so I took the wrong path of my artifact since I didn't think I'd be playing Legion as much. I didn't think it'd be very good, so I just kind of fucked around, did whatever I wanted. You should definitely go like this. You want to start off, obviously, Phoenix Flames. Then you're going to move up, get your Pyrentic Incantation, because it's good as fuck. It boosts your DPS so much. Then you want to go right up here to get Aftershocks, because it's really good. Then you probably want to make your way down here. I started off and went down here, which was clearly a bad idea, even though this is... Phoenix Reborn's a really good spell, and I'm going to get Aftershocks pretty soon once I get through here. But, I mean, having Pyrentic Incantation, it boosts your damage with combustion by an insane amount. It's actually ridiculous. So you want to make sure you get that first. That's pretty much all that matters. You can go either way after that. And then next important thing, of course, we got talents. So I do Conflagration instead of Pyromaniac. You can do Pyromaniac. I find that with Pyromaniac, it kind of just messes up my rotation in my head because you'll occasionally throw another Pyroblast in there and it kind of messes me up. But you can do it if you want Conflagration. It's just kind of good for trash. And I mean, eh, it's good for bosses obviously, because it just gives you more damage than if you were to miss a Pyroblast with Pyromaniac. So I go Conflagration. Obviously, Shimmer. I think that's, unless you're doing some PvP and you're against like two rogues, you probably gonna take Shimmer over Cold Snap. Cauterize isn't really good. Obviously, Rune of Power. I think in PvP, sometimes you take Incantus Flow because you're just running around the entire time, but Rune of Power definitely is insanely good. Flame on, no doubt about it, in my opinion. I've seen people take Blast Wave, Blaze Waft, but I don't know why Blast Wave just doesn't seem as good as having two more Fire Blasts. Now, I used to run Ice Ward, which is two Frost Novas, but that's not very helpful unless you're doing PvP. I used to do more PvP. So Ice Floss is just handy for raids when you're like dodging mechanics, but you still don't want to be just spam casting your Scorch. You want to be casting Fireball or something else. So Ice Flame or Flows, Ice Floss is really good. You can run Unstable Magic. I've considered it, but for the time being, I like running Living Bomb just because you get such insane DPS when you're clearing large packs of trash. And on Mythic Pluses and stuff, it seems like trash is the hardest part. And then this one, you can. I mean, it's helpful. It also is good AoE. I just prefer Living Bomb. Now, the 100 talents is where it gets a little mixed up, at least in my opinion. So, Meteor is almost certainly death. Burping. Meteor is almost certainly best for PvP because you can just, Frost Nova someone or Polymorph them and then drop a Meteor and do an insane amount of damage. But for PvE, which is what this guy is about, you're going to want either Cinderstorm or Kindling. Now, I take Kindling. I used to take Cinderstorm just because clearing trash, it's good. It, like, you can curve it in a way where it hits all the mobs and you get some pretty good damage out. But when we're talking about raids where, like, you want to primarily, you want to be focusing on doing the most damage to bosses, I take Kindling just because your combustion cooldown is so much lower and you can time it well with, you drop your Rune of Power, you time it well with a Flame on, and then you combustion. So it's kind of a good flow, if you could say that. But enough of talent talk and honor talents. I don't know shit about. I'm only level 26. I don't PvP often, but I mean, if you're 26, I'd take this at least just from looking at it quickly. So enough with that. Let's make our way down and look at the rotation. Okay, so we're here in the Mage Order Hall. We're gonna be doing a bit of rotation, looking at. Now, I'd like to start by prefacing I'm not the perfect mage in the world, so this is just kind of a beginner's this is what you should be doing guide. So usually you want to start off by shooting off a fireball, and then if you crit, you're going to lay down your Rune of Power. Well, I lay down my Rune of Power anyways, and then if I don't crit, I do a Phoenix Flames and a Fire Blast, and then start my regular rotation. But some people might want to keep going until they get a crit. So first of all, you shoot off your fireball, you get a crit. We did, so then we're going to start Combustion, you're gonna hit Fire Blast, Pyroblast, Fire Blast, Flame on, Pyroblast, Fire Blast, Pyroblast. Then you're gonna start going through your Phoenix Flames like this. Normally, if this is like, say, I don't know, a raid pull, if you have Time Warp, you'll be able to get all out before the rune is gone. Then I'm gonna shoot off a Fire Blast, and then you just begin your normal DPS rotation. Now the reason why Ice Floss is good, so if you're doing a raid and I don't know, your fucking Emerald Nightmare, she starts barfing up shit right there, you can Ice Floss and get out of the way easily. Now, let me quickly show you. I got a Pyroblast here. Instead of shooting off a Pyroblast during your normal damage rotation, you want to always be shooting a Fireball and then do that at the end, because that gives you 2 chances to get the crit. So then I'm going to shoot a Fireblast during that and shoot off another one. Now, as you can see, we have a Flame on and our Flame is coming off, so I'm going to start my rotation, and I Flame on during the... You always want to save your Rune of Power. Ooh, should have Pyroblasted there. See, I'm not perfect. You always want to save your Phoenix Flames, what I just shot, when you have a Rune of Power up, because it just increases the damage by so much. And you really never want to Fire Blast, like, if you don't have any sort of Flame on. Like, yeah, if you have like that, you don't want to be Pyroblasting if you don't have any of that, because if your Fireball doesn't crit next, it's going to be a complete waste. And then you can see, because I'm using Kindling, my combustion's already off cooldown, and then 8 more seconds, I can go ahead and do the entire combo over again. And it just makes it a lot easier to line up all your abilities. Like right now, you'd shoot off your Fireball, hopefully get a crit, not get a crit, so you're going to use a Phoenix Flames there, and then just start the rotation over again. That way you can keep your damage like high and consistent. That's the reason I like Kindling. While it's nice to have something like Cinderstorm, which shoots it out in a line, it doesn't exactly increase your DPS too much when it comes to a boss fight, because I know the tanks might be switching the bosses and you miss all of them, and then it's just a complete wasted ability. But it's really what you prefer with Fire Mage. You have a lot of different choices. Just clicked my ability, that was disgusting. You have a lot of different choices for what you could do. Some people use Incanter's Flow just because they're lazy, but you literally always need to use Rune of Power. It's so much better. It's how you line up all your abilities. So now, once again, in 4 more seconds, we do another Rune of Power. And I should be using mine more. This is just kind of a demonstration. You can use yours with just Phoenix Flames. If you pop Time Warp or Bloodlust or any of those haste reducing or haste increasing abilities, you pretty much want to drop your Rune of Power right after you do your full combo, just because you're going to have... Let's see if I can get a crit here. You're going to have this right here. Your spells deal an extra 5% critical damage. So you're going to have this stacked up to 25%. So you kind of want to try and keep that going with your Rune of Power if you have your Bloodlust up. But that's pretty much it for the basic rotation. I think I covered most of the things. Mage, once you get the rotation down, it's really just in your brain of what you want to do. You never Fire Blast like that. But hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go check out the other World of Warcraft videos. I've discussed my issues with the Legion and all that jazz. But it's time to go get started on... World Quest Tracker's broken, I'm sad. Time to go get started on all these Suramar quests. So, goodbye everyone. Have a lovely day.